Hola. Sí. ¿Tiene toalla? Ya, sí. Y también hay toallas o dónde conseguirlos.
¿Cuántas tienes?
Dos.
¿Dos puedes?
Gracias. Hi everyone. So we're going to get started with the personal readings really soon. I'm going to wait till the chat fills up a little bit more. And if you all are just like tuning in now, I'm on vacation for another week and a half. I am going to be doing personal readings on the beach. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more, but I probably will be. So yeah, so this live is going to be personal readings for um, um, for a few people that purchased. I'm using my new deck, which is Ask Yourself Tarot. This is going to be available on Amazon in January. So if you're interested in purchasing my new tarot deck, I'll show you guys how the cards look and stuff. And yeah. So this is the beach. As promised, I said I was going to do personal readings on the beach. So here I am. Yeah. So happy New Year's. How's everyone doing? How are you? How's everyone doing? Doing well. Happy New Year, everyone. Sending you virtual hugs. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Everybody who's in the chat, I am sending you lots of love and light and blessings and a heart. Okay? Beautiful new beginnings. Stay positive. Everything's going to be great. All right. So the first reading that we're going to do today is going to be, let me just pull up the info. So I have my handy dandy, here's one chart that I'm doing today for, I believe, her name's Cheryl, I believe. Let me just get, okay. I'm just gonna grab the order number and then we can get started. Just gonna wait for a few more people. Thanks so much for your kind comments, everyone. You're so sweet. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everybody had a safe and happy New Year's. Love you too. So I'm going to be doing readings and I'm going to be mentioning the person's sign. So if you're this person's sign, then in a way it's a free reading for you. So just be open-minded to the messages. Maybe the messages will connect with you and you may get something from it. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started shortly, very, very soon. We're just going to wait a few more minutes. Okay. But either way, feel free to chat in the live if you'd like. Okay. So we're going to start off with the first order, which is going to be order number. I'm literally sweating. It's like so hot today. I think it's 29 today. I'm super hot. I'm under like a little mini house. I'll show you what it looks like. It's like this. It's really cute. So I'm under this because I know it's gonna get hot in 1 hour because it's noon. So I'm here, but I'm by the beach, like as promised, right? I just can't be inside the beach. All right, so the first order we're going to be doing is order number, we're going to start with Cheryl, which is 82700. And then we're going to move to 82633, okay? I hope everyone has sent me, I think everyone has sent me their details. So while I'm on here, I'm going to look up your details and I'm going to show you how I'm doing my reading. I'm going to be pulling 4 cards for you, and there's going to be important messages for you for the new year, because this tarot deck that I'm using is my new tarot deck, and it has questions here. So if you're somebody who's, you know, like if you're new to tarot and stuff like that, you can use these questions to kind of give you a more better idea of like what to expect. That's why I really like these cards that I made, because it kind of tells you like what the card means, and you can get a better idea. Somebody asked what city I'm in. I'm in Cancun. I'm about like an hour out of the city, I think. An hour or 20 minutes. I don't know. I think it's an hour. I'm in a resort for 2 weeks. I am offering information about the resort and my travels on my other channel. I'm not going to do it on this channel. But if you're interested in my other channel, it's Terra Portal, TerraPortal. And you can follow me. You can follow me there. I had breakfast this morning and I kind of just showed around what the resort was like. So if you want to be a part of that, you can, yeah, you can follow me there, okay? I might put a towel on my head at some point because it is getting really hot. And yeah, I need to kind of protect my face from the sun. So don't like make fun of me if I have a big towel on my head. Okay? I'll just be like this sometime. Just to kind of keep the sun off of me because it's hot, super hot. Okay, so we're gonna get started now. Like I said, we're starting off with order number 82700. I want to thank everyone who purchased a private reading with me. I am so grateful for you purchasing. I'm so glad that I can be doing a reading for you and giving you insight into the new year. I'm like super grateful for that. And I'm really thankful that you trust me, to do your personal reading, okay? Now, if I'm doing your reading and you're live in the chat, you can talk to me. That's the perk. That's the benefit of getting this personalized reading this year, because I don't do these. I don't do these at all. I never do these, okay? So if Cheryl, I think it's Cheryl, or Shirley, I think it's Cheryl. If I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. And your order number is 82700, okay? Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Okay, if you're here and you pop up, I'll keep an eye out on the chat. Okay, so I'm going to start the reading. Now, the question that was asked was, I'm 68, turning 69 next month. Congratulations. I know your birthday's coming up, so I'm going to wish you happy birthday from now. Happy birthday. And it says, I got out of a long-distance relationship two years ago. I've been a widow for 8 years. I'm looking for love and wondering what 2023 holds for me. I've been working on myself since breakup and feel in a good place, which is really good. You know, it's really good. Like when you break up or, you know, you go through a traumatic experience, that is the time to work on yourself. So if you've been working on yourself, you're doing the right thing. So congratulations to you on that. I looked at your chart. Okay, I'm going to show you your chart. So this is Cheryl's chart in astrology. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard with the glare, but this is Cheryl's chart. I'm just going to show you. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to be looking at your chart, which I have. And I have information for you. I feel like next year, I'm going to be looking at astrologically, I'm going to be looking at Jupiter. The reason why I'm only looking at Jupiter for these personal readings is because that's where your luck is. So it's important that you know where your luck is moving into the new year, because Jupiter only travels in one sign for 12 months and then it moves. So your luck is constantly changing all throughout the years, okay? So it's really important to know where Jupiter is sitting in your chart so that you can take advantage. So this year, if you hear some crazy loud noises, like I'm on a resort and people are getting drunk and stuff, so don't mind that. So yeah. Okay, so anyways, so for you, Cheryl, your Jupiter is going to be in your 11th house. So if you're wondering how you can meet new people, like new people to be with, date, there's two important things that you need to know. The first thing you need to know is that Jupiter is in your first house originally natally, which means that anytime you work on yourself, anytime you do for yourself, and you go within and you work on yourself, that you get even more closer and closer to meeting the one. Okay, so next year I feel for you what's really important is you're constantly working on yourself. Like, just working on yourself a little and saying, oh, I worked on myself enough, why aren't they coming? Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Just enjoy your life, have fun, just do you. And when you're not expecting it, that's when the person's going to come into your life. Okay, so if you are constantly thinking about it, it's going to delay the process. Okay, your 7th house is ruled by Jupiter, which is Sagittarius, and that's why again I'm looking at Jupiter for you. So Sagittarius is in your 7th house, which means your Jupiter is in your 1st house. So I think someone that you're looking for somebody who's going to relate to you, someone who's really going to give you that attention that you need. Somebody that has something in common with you is going to be the type of person that you attract. If you really want to attract someone, I think the best way to attract someone is on traveling, like if you travel or you go on a trip, because Sagittarius is about travel, it's about higher education. If you decide to go back to school, even though, you may think, oh, I'm older, I don't think I should go back to school. Jupiter is all about expansion, expanding the knowledge. It's about travel. So any foreign countries, I feel like if you go to a foreign country, you'll probably most likely meet somebody. I'm also feel that you're going to meet somebody, like if you do like community events or you do things that you really love. So those are the things that I think you should consider in the new year, especially if you want to attract new love. I don't see you attracting someone in your country, okay? I don't see that for you. I see you attracting someone outside. Okay, so traveling is going to be a big thing for you. I'm going to get into your reading now. I'm going to pull 4 cards and I'm going to channel and see what 2023 is going to be like for you, Cheryl. Tell me what 2023 is going to be like for Cheryl. What does Cheryl need to know? What does Cheryl need to know? And by the way, Cheryl is an Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius, then this reading may resonate with you. Oh, also, Cheryl, your sun is in the 9th house, Cheryl. So again, you're meant to travel. If you're living, like if you're in your country, it's time to travel, and that's when you're going to meet people. You're going to meet people. It's actually your destiny to travel. You're meant to travel in this lifetime. Your most rewarding experiences happen when you travel. Okay. So this is for Cheryl. She's an Aquarius. So what's going on for Cheryl in 2023? What does she need to know? For Cheryl, please. Tell me about Cheryl. Wow, I feel really strong energy for you, Cheryl. Like, I feel a big change, like you're gonna experience something really big next year. I'm getting goosebumps all over my body for you. Wow, what's at the bottom of that? Hermit in reverse. Wow, so you're definitely gonna come out of this hermit mode. If you've been in this hermit mode for a very long time, it's done now. This year is a completely new year. I feel like you're gonna go through a rebirth. 7 of Pentacles is your first card. So the first question you need to ask yourself, here's the card, has questions. I'm going to read it for you. This is your first question, and it says, what situation in your life are you ready to invest your time, energy, and money into? So this is about like where you want to live, where do you want to go, where do you want to travel, what do you want to do, what do you want to invest your energy and time in? I feel right now, Cheryl, you're in a really good place in your life where you may have the money to travel, you may have the money to invest in something. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to work on what you love. Okay, this is, as you can see with this card, there's one person. It's not 2 people, it's not 3 people, it's one person, which is you. I also feel very strongly that your North Node is in Capricorn, which is not a coincidence that you got the 7 of Pentacles, because this is Earth energy. So I feel like your destiny is to seek adventure. Your destiny is to seek adventure, to go outside of your comfort zone. And Spirit is saying, moving into this new year, what are you willing to invest in? Are you willing to invest in traveling? Are you willing to invest into a new activity that you like? Maybe you have something you really are passionate about and you really like doing. So I feel like that's something that you need to consider, or you need to consider reevaluating your life. You know, there could be some things that you don't really jive with anymore. Maybe you're not really into certain things, and now it's time for you to kind of maybe look elsewhere. Okay, so I definitely see you working on investing in something that you love doing. Okay, let's see what else Spirit has for you. Ooh, yes, the Fool. Wow, 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 this is big. So Cheryl, I feel for you with the Fool, you're going to embark on a new journey. Okay, this is again connected to travel. But what Spirit is saying to you is, why are you afraid? Why are you afraid to step outside of your comfort zone? I think 2023 is really important that you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. As long as you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, it can really take this new journey that you're taking, it can be really rewarding. Okay, the really important message Spirit wants you to know is, where is a new beginning happening in your life? Okay, so it's really important that you seek new beginnings. Anything that you're familiarized with, like again, if you're living in California, because that's where you're from, then maybe it's time to travel outside of California and go somewhere foreign, go somewhere different, go somewhere that attracts you. Okay, so I feel like if you've been in this place where you're like, ooh, I really want to go to India, or I really want to go to Mexico, or I really want to go to, I don't know, Canada, or I want to go to Europe, that's something that you should definitely look into, okay? Because it could be really rewarding, but you also have to be willing to take that leap of faith, okay? Which means it's going to require you to step outside of that comfort zone. Now that you're outside of hermit mode, because you do have the hermit in reverse, it's telling me that 2022 is over. It's time to embark on a new adventure, okay? Let's see what else you have. You have the Page of Cups, yes. So you see, you're probably going to meet someone younger than you. And the reason why I say that is because you're a rising Gemini, okay? According to the charts here that I have, you're a rising Gemini, which means you're young at heart. You come across as someone who is really youthful. You're very youthful. You're very talkative. You like to communicate. That's something that I'm seeing here. And you're very abundant, like you're extremely abundant. You have a lot to offer someone if they decide to be with you. So this person that you're gonna meet is a little bit younger than you. I see you meeting them by the ocean. Okay, there's that water, and it's not a coincidence that we're by the ocean. So yeah, you're gonna meet someone younger than you. They could be a water sign, or they could have water in their chart. So again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I feel like you're gonna meet this person in summertime. So I'm getting like June, July, August. You can also meet this person around November, October, November. I'm also getting February, March. Those are the times that you can meet this person next year. And the important message about this person is, what situation in your life is bringing about some type of opportunity. So there is an opportunity when you travel, when you step outside of your comfort zone, there's a chance to meet somebody who's a little bit younger than you and a little bit more adventurous. Because I think that's what you're looking for. You want someone a little more adventurous, okay? Your final card is the King of Pentacles. Wow. So you have two suitors that you could meet. You could meet an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Whoever this person is, they're an older person. They're maybe more or less around your age. This person's very established that you're meeting next year. I feel like you're going to meet this person closer to the end of next year, or this could be happening in April, May. I'm also getting around September. Okay, so December, just mark these months on your calendar. December, September, May, or April. Those 4 months are months that you can meet this potentially established older gentleman. Okay, if that's what you're into, or if you're into the femme, then again, a femme that's around your age. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Let's pull one more card. I'm going to pull a bonus card for everyone, so a total of 5, and we're going to see what your advice is. Your advice is the 6 of Cups. Your advice here is not to feel bad about the past, not to hold on to the past in a negative way, but to learn how to release this. If you haven't released your past, which means being in regret, being in fear about the past, worrying about the past, that's something that, you know, your biggest piece of advice here is not to hold on to it in a negative way, okay? It says, what memory in the past are trying to get your attention? So something from your past, which again I feel is very connected to the passing of your partner, somebody who you were dating for a while overseas, it didn't work out. And you may be saying, right, to me, well, I dated someone long distance for 2 years, it didn't work out. It's because you need to step outside of that comfort zone, okay? So if you're dating somebody overseas and you're talking to them from California and you need to go there. You need to, again, step outside of that comfort zone, right? The Fool. So as soon as you're willing to do that, I see it manifesting for you. But there's also something here that happened in the past that, don't hold on to this negatively. Accept it. Okay? There's a reason why you went through that. And if you look within, you'll find out why you went through that. Okay. So I feel like, 2023 brings lots of opportunities if you step outside of that comfort zone. Okay. You need to step outside of that comfort zone. You can't stay there for long. Oh, muchísimas gracias. Gracias. Okay. So that's the reading for you, Cheryl. If you have any questions, any at all, please do not hesitate to contact me in the live chat. I'm not sure if you're here. I didn't see you. But if you have any questions about your reading, please contact me and I will answer anything that you need. Okay? Okay, thank you so much, Cheryl. Happy New Year. We're gonna move on to the next personal reading. Okay, and I'll tell you what this person's sign is and everything. Okay, so the next, give me 1 second, everyone. Whew, it's hot today, it's hot. It's hot. Okay. I might come on and do a live reading for everybody later. We'll see how I feel. We got to get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up. If you all want a New Year's reading, all signs, get those likes up. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting that like button, okay? If you want those readings, you got to get the likes up. Make sure you subscribe as well, too, so you don't miss your chance. You don't miss your chance to get a personalized reading with me. I may pop on and do more personal readings next week or closer to the end of the week. I'm just going to fulfill this order and then we're going to move on. Okay. Okay. So 82700 is done. We're going to move on to the next order, which is 82633. 82663. No, sorry, that's wrong. 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Order number 82697. 82697. Okay, so Issa, I-S-H-A, Issa, and that's Issa. Issa has a pseudonym, so I'm not going to say the real name, but that's the pseudonym that Issa has decided to use. And Issa is a Gemini, okay? And I'm gonna do Issa's chart on here just to see kind of what's going on. Issa's question, okay? I'm gonna say what Issa's question is. And the question is, I just would like to know what you see for me. If you get anything intuitively you feel like I should know. Last year was the most difficult year ever. So Issa's a Gemini, and like Issa is saying that they had a really bad year, okay? Issa had a bad year. And now the question is, what's happening for me? What's coming in? What do you see for me? What is the best way for me to move forward, and what should I work on? Wow, I love that question. That's such a beautiful question. You know what this sounds like to me is that you want to work on yourself, which is super beautiful. I mean, I think that's the first thing that people should consider. Like, when you want to be successful, like, if you work on yourself and you show the universe that you want to work on yourself, honestly, like, that's when you're going to attract the right people. That's when good things are going to happen. And good things happen to you when you're not expecting them, okay? When you're just going along in life and doing what you love, that's when beautiful things come into your life. So let's do your chart and let's see, like, what's going on for you next year and what you need to work on, what Spirit's asking you to work on. So I'm going to pull up Issa's chart now. So if Issa's here, we're doing your reading now. If you have any like questions or anything like that about your reading, you can let me know here. Just entering the details now, so just bear with me. Okay, perfect. I got it. Okay. So, Issa is a Gemini, like I said. Um, so, wow. So, Issa is really beautiful. Issa, you have Venus in the first house. So, you come across as someone who's super gorgeous. You could be really, like, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. But you have a lot of energy. You're someone who needs to be active. You need to get out there. Your seventh house right now, if you're talking about love or anything, like if your most important thing is love, I think one of the things that you need to keep in mind is love can be full of illusions because you have Neptune there. So you need to make sure that if you're wondering about love, I know you didn't really mention anything about love, but I'm just gonna say it to you because it is there. I feel like you need to be very restrictive in love. Like you need to have boundaries, okay? Because people will take advantage of you. That's something that I see in your chart. Especially if you're a really beautiful person, people tend to like to take advantage of that, okay? So just make sure you're careful of that. Let's talk about your Jupiter. So this year is going to be a big year for you. You want to know why? Because Jupiter is going to be crossing over your midheaven, which is the top of your chart, your MC. So right now, what you should be focusing on, again, I did say this to the last personal reading, and it's also very much connected to you. There's never any coincidences, right? Travel is going to be big for you. If you're willing to travel and step outside of your comfort zone, I feel like that's something you're going to do. I also see something about your career. If you're somebody who's working now, your career is going to be very prosperous right now. Like it could become like you can move to the next level. You can make more money now. I feel like that's where your luck is going to be. Something you should be focusing on this year is your career, okay? Or what you love to do. Even if you're someone who is not interested in career or money, your focus should be on that, on, you know, your outer appearance, how you present yourself to the world. I really strongly feel for you that you're very psychic. You're someone who's very intuitive, very psychic. You need to listen to your inner voice, okay? Don't question, because you may be somebody who questions your inner authority, your, again, you may question, like, is this right? Why do I feel this way? Why am I thinking these things? No, that's your intuition speaking to you. So you need to listen to that, okay? Your North Node is in Aquarius in the 8th house. So working with other people, partnering with other people, joint finances is going to be really important for you as well, too. I don't feel like you like to do things alone. You like to kind of be in a partnership or working with other people, or that's something that you should be striving to do, because that's where a lot of your benefits are going to come in, okay? So let's talk about Issa and let's see what's going on for Issa. Your partner is somebody, like if you want to attract a partner, if that's what you're interested in, is somebody who's serious, but somebody who also knows how to have fun, okay? This year you should be working on, you know, your higher knowledge. If you're going back to school, that's something that can really be rewarding for you. So higher education, travel, going to foreign countries is also very beneficial for you, and your career, because that's where Jupiter is going to be in your 9th and 10th house. Okay, so Issa is a Gemini. If you're a Gemini, this reading may relate to you. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Issa. Tell us about Issa. What does she need to work on? What's going on next year for her, and what direction should she be taking in her life for Issa? Let's see. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have the World upright. So something has ended in your life, or something will end in the new year, okay? Holding on to old things, old experiences is not advised right now. It's time to completely be open to new experiences at this time. So I feel in January, in the end of January, something here is going to come to an end for you. The first question for you, it says, what is closing out for you now? What new cycles are you ready for? Okay, so they're asking you, right? They're saying, what new cycles are you ready for? What are you ready to embark on? You have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So remember how I was saying when I first started to do your reading that you need to be more assertive. You need to be careful, okay? Because you're very beautiful. There's something about you. I don't know what it is, but you either have a very beautiful smile or very beautiful hair, or you're just really attractive, and people will come and try to take advantage of that. So you need to have boundaries, okay, next year. If you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, which I feel like you either will be or you already have, again, a lot of people are going to see that energetically, and you need to set boundaries, okay? That's going to be a big thing. So the message here for you is, what situation in your life do you need to be honest about with yourself? And it was in reverse. So there's something here that, again, listening to your intuition, listening to that inner voice. If you meet somebody and you're like, this person's off, I don't trust this person, you need to listen to that, because you're very psychic. You have the sun and you have Jupiter in the 12th house. You're super psychic. You're super aware and conscious of stuff. So, questioning that is not good. Okay? And you know why you have those gifts? It's because it's to protect you. Okay? The next card you have is a Page of Swords. You need to analyze. Okay, you need to analyze, you need to, in the new year, anything you get involved in, again, I feel like education, higher education is going to be something that you decide to do, going to university, college, maybe upping your skills. It says, what situation in your life requires analysis and research? Do not jump into anything without thinking about it, okay? That's your biggest piece of advice here. Next year is going to be about you analyzing, reviewing, not jumping into things, especially now, because it is Mercury retrograde, okay? So I see you doing a lot of research, learning, reviewing. Two of Pentacles, I feel like there's a decision that you have to make about your life, the direction your life is going to take. You're going to have two options. Either two people in love are going to be interested in you, or two paths. And it says, what decision in your life are you ready to make? What is this decision about? I just want to see what this decision's about. The Knight of Cups. You may be dealing with an ex or somebody from your past, or somebody who comes into your life that's on and off. And again, that's why you need to listen to your intuition, okay? Because what I find is when you really work on yourself a lot, you tend to attract people who want your energy. And again, these could be different type of people. They could be, great people, not so great people. So I think I'm going to be honest with you, Issa. I'm going to keep it real with you. I feel like you're going to be tested in the new year. It's not a bad thing though. I feel like this is testing you to see if you've learned your lesson, because there's something here that you needed to learn from in your past. It could be connected to somebody that didn't really treat you well, okay? So you need to decide if you're going to maybe let somebody back into your life, or if you've never dated anybody before, this could be you being tested when a certain person who's not really good for you comes into your life, and you need to stand your ground. And this is why you have Saturn in your 7th house with Neptune, because Neptune is there, but God has blessed you with Saturn there, okay? And the reason why Saturn is there in the 7th house, okay, is because it's there to protect you from illusions, from disillusionment, okay? Your final card and your advice is the King of Swords. You need to stand your ground. This is what you're learning now, okay? You're fairly young. You're really young, okay? So you're still learning. You're still learning, all right? And it says, what situation in your life is calling you to have logic and clarity? You need to be logical about your life. It's okay to have fun, but also, keep in mind that people could take advantage of that youthfulness, that fun energy that you have. So I think next year, what next year is for you and what it means for you next year is expanding your knowledge, becoming more aware of things, learning, okay? The more you learn, the more you're going to achieve in your life. Your career is going to be really big for you. So if you're doing anything related to your career, it's going to be very prosperous for you. So career is good. And make sure you're standing your ground and listening to your intuition. That's what I see for you next year. And because I feel there's someone who's going to come into your life, a karmic, okay? I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat, okay? I feel like a karmic's coming into your life. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They may play with you. You need to set boundaries, okay, in advance. And when people see that you set boundaries and you respect yourself, they're going to respect you more, okay? World is here as well too. Something is going to come to an end, but it's going to bring forth a new beginning that's worth your energy and your time, okay? So this is what I have for you, Issa. I hope this reading helped. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can contact me on the live chat and I will personally update you on any information that you need to know, okay? So let's move on to the next person. Somebody asked, let me just take a minute here. Somebody asked, if this is for the raffles. We did the raffles like last week. The raffle video is already up. Raffle video is already up, guys. I already said who won and all of that. So make sure, you guys don't know what I'm drinking. You can keep guessing. Anyways, so yeah, I already did the raffles, guys, on my channel. Go check it out. It's the first video when you go on the channel. Okay. Anyways, so we're gonna move on now to the next order number. If we get the likes up, I need the likes up to 500. If we get the likes up to 500, I'll do an all signs reading by the beach today for you. Okay? But I want 500 likes on this video. 500 likes. 500. 500. And I'm going to do one for you, and I'm going to talk about the new year. But I want 500 likes, and it has to be, the 500 likes have to be on this video before I click off. Thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the next person. So thank you, Issa, so much for being a part of this live. If you have, like I said, any question, if anybody has any questions about their personal reading, they can contact me at any time, and I will assist. Okay? Okay, muy bien, gracias. Okay, adelante. Vamos a seguirnos. Okay, I'm gonna speak a little bit of Spanish while we're here, since I'm in Mexico. Okay, all right. Okay, so the next order is going to be let me take a look at my email. Okay, so this order number has also a pseudonym, which is Taya. Okay, so this reading's for Taya. And Taya's order number is 82698. And Taya is I believe Taya is a Gemini, okay, in Western astrology. Actually, you're on the cusp. You're like right on the cusp. You might be a Cancer, but I'm going to do your chart now. Okay, so Taya's question is, Taya's single, and her question is, when will I be in a relationship with my soulmate? And thanks so much, Monica, for offering personal readings. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this live personal reading. Thank you so much. So I'm going to take a look at your 7th house in the astrology, in your astrology chart, and I'm going to see where Jupiter's happening for you. Jupiter is a benefic, okay? Jupiter, whenever Jupiter is transiting a certain area in your chart, it really leads to greatness. It leads to abundance, happiness, okay? So, you know, for you, I feel you have to look at your 7th house. So we're going to do that right now for you, Taya, and I'm going to put your information and details in. We have a lot of people from California. I love California. I love California. I went to California. I was supposed to be there for 1 week. I ended up staying for like 2 weeks because I liked it so much. So I ended up staying there longer. So yeah, I love California. You know, California feels like Toronto in summertime. Okay, so let's do Taya's chart. I'm going to pull her information up now, and we're going to put all the details in. And I'll tell you all what her sign is. So if you relate to that sign, it may resonate with you. I've also been to Santa Clara. It's so nice. When I went there, it was so nice. I had a beach house. It was beautiful. Had a really good time on there. Yeah. I used to go to the beach and read books and stuff. It was very nice. You're lucky to live there. It's probably really beautiful. Being there every day by the beach. Okay, almost there. Thanks for your patience. I'm just putting the information in now. Okay, Taya. You're actually a Cancer, Taya. You're Cancer. You're on the cusp though, okay? So if you think you're a Gemini, you're actually Cancer. I'll show you your chart. Some of you have already, you all know what a chart looks like. I know it's going to be hard to see because I'm on the beach, right? But there's your chart, okay? And I'm doing this for everyone, by the way, for everyone who purchased reading. So again, if you have any questions about your chart, you can, the beauty about getting a personal reading with me is you have access to me whenever you want. Whenever you want. If you 5 years down the road, you're like, hey, remember that reading you did for me? I have a question. Sure. That's the beauty of getting a personal reading with me. So even though it's expensive, you have access to me for life. How many people do that when they give personal readings? You have access to them. Nobody does that. Okay, guys. Okay, very good. So Taya, you are a Cancer. And you are, wow, you have Venus conjunct your sun. So again, another beautiful young lady here. She's beautiful. You're beautiful. Whenever Venus is conjunct your ascendant, your sun, your moon, or rising, you're beautiful. And again, people like to take advantage of beauty. So you need to be careful. You need to be careful in your life. And you're young. Taya's young, okay? She's, I think she's going to be in her 30s this year, okay? She's going up there into the 30s. So you are someone who money is not an issue for you. Jupiter in the second house, you could be very well off. Okay, that's what I see here. Your seventh house also has Saturn, so very similar to the previous reading. And again, it's not a coincidence that each and every person who's getting a personal reading has something in common. It's not a coincidence, guys. We're all connected. So Taya has Saturn in the seventh house, and Taya is somebody who needs to set boundaries as well in her love life. Okay. When do I feel you're going to meet your soulmate? I feel like you had a possibility to meet your soulmate 2 years ago. You could have met somebody 2 years ago that may have resembled your soulmate. Okay. There's a time and place when you can meet your soulmate. And I feel for you, again, very similar to the previous person, you have Aries in the ninth house. So you can meet your soulmate through higher education. If you go to school, if you decide to go to college, university, or you decide to do a program, something that you really like, you're going to meet that person there, okay? So, thinking that you're going to meet this person at a bar, a club, not going to happen. You're going to meet somebody who, again, has similar interests to you. So if you're somebody who likes to do activities, you're somebody who likes to travel, that's where you're going to meet this person. Again, ninth house. Your Jupiter is going to be in the ninth house. Again, it's not a coincidence that all of you up until this point have a Jupiter transiting the ninth or 10th house at this time. I think the best time for you to meet this person is in spring. Okay, so springtime, when you go out, when you are out of your home. Okay, you're a Cancer, so you tend to maybe like to stay home because you're on the cusp. You may be somebody who kind of you kind of like you kind of like to talk. You know, you may be somebody who likes to talk and communicate as well because you have Mercury in Cancer. Okay, so you're also very psychic as well. So listening to your intuition is going to be extremely important. I know this sounds repetitive. You guys are probably like, this sounds repetitive. No, it's not a coincidence. Okay, the people who are getting personal readings now, they have a connection in some way, shape, or form. Your North Node, Taya, is in the house of the 5th house. So you're somebody who longs to have children. You long to have romance. You long to be involved in entertainment. Okay. So I feel for you, the best way to meet somebody is through working. So if you work, if you're learning higher education, or if you're traveling, that's how you're going to meet somebody. And again, stepping outside of that comfort zone is going to be extremely important for you. If you have the means, like if you have the money to travel, I would travel because you're going to meet people. People are going to be naturally attracted to you because you're so beautiful. There's something about you that draws people in. You could have a very strong feminine energy. Your moon is in the 8th house, so you also strive to partner with someone. There's a very strong emphasis on partnership for you. Let's talk about Taya. Let's see what's going on for Taya. Okay, we want to get the likes up to 500. If I get the likes up to 500, I'll do an all signs. Tell me about Taya. Tell me about Taya. A good time to also meet your soulmate is in January. Okay. January is a good time, but traveling is when you're going to meet this person. Traveling, also social events. If you're into like social events, I would do social events. Like charity events are also good too if that's something that you're into. Anything Aquarius, so anything to do with innovation, anything new and interesting that you like is going to be very beneficial. Tell me about Taya. When is she going to meet this soulmate? Who is this soulmate? The reason why I said 2 years ago is beneficial is because that's when Jupiter was in your 7th house. So you need to be consciously aware of astrology. The more you're aware of astrology, the more likely it is that you're going to be able to attract this person. And also, I feel next year could also be, not this year, but the following year could be when you meet somebody as well. I also see you meeting somebody in the service area. So if you're, again, like, let's say you're a waitress or something, you can also meet somebody like if you're a waitress or if you're out getting served. That's also another way. Again, entertainment. If you go out, travel, stepping outside of that comfort zone is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Tell me about Taya. Tell me about Taya. Taya. Tell me about Taya. Taya, you know what they're telling me? I have a very important message for you. You got to stop looking, okay? You're somebody who's always looking. Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm going to give you one big piece of advice, okay? I'm going to give you one big piece of advice, okay, Taya? I am going to recommend 2 things to you. The first thing I'm going to recommend is you need to learn how to manifest. I'm going to be doing manifestation on my other channel, which is the Terra Portal, TerraPortal. I recommend you go on Terra Portal and watch, because I'm going to do an ocean manifestation in the morning at some time. It's not going to be now, it's going to be maybe in a few days. I'm going to show you how to manifest, okay? That's the first thing. The next thing is you got to stop looking. Because every time you're looking, like if you go to a club and you're looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's not going to happen. You got to just enjoy. Have a good time. Do what you love. When you do what you love and you're not looking, that's when it's going to happen for you. Okay, that's a really, really, I know it sounds cliche and everybody says that all the time, but that's a direct message to you. It's a direct message to you, okay? Don't be looking for it. Just live, just enjoy your life. And every day, I recommend that you have like you have a list of things you're grateful for. Just write down what you're grateful for and be in that energy of gratefulness, and that's when this person's gonna come. Okay? Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords, beautiful. You're coming out of this place of being shy. You're coming out of this place of being closed in. Do you know why you haven't met the one? Because you're always isolating yourself. You're always like spending time alone and just like you're always alone. Or you're constantly isolating yourself. So there's a need for you to come outside of your comfort zone, and as a Cancer, you tend to like that comfort zone. You like to be in your house, you like to maybe sit at home, or you like to just be around certain people. You need to step outside, okay? I feel like this coming year is going to be the year that you do that. Queen of Swords. So the important message here for you is, what situation in your life do you need to be honest with yourself about? You need to be honest with yourself about why you're not meeting someone. Is it because you're too shy? Is it because you're too afraid? Is it because you're afraid of getting hurt? Is it because you don't trust people? What are you willing to do to meet someone? That's what you need to ask yourself, right? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to step outside of that comfort zone? Knight of Cups. That's when you're going to meet the right person. You're going to meet the right person when you're willing to step outside of that comfort zone. It says, are you prepared to receive or give? Are you prepared to receive or give a love offer? You got to be honest with yourself. Are you ready for love? Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? You could say, look, I want love, but you're not energetically prepared to receive it. Do you understand? You could say, look, I want $1 million, but you're not energetically prepared to receive it. So what you need to do is you need to get into the Queen of Swords energy. I highly recommend looking up what the Queen of Swords is. What does she do? How does she act? First of all, the Queen of Swords is very confident. If you're not confident, you're beautiful, okay? You're beautiful. You got a lot to offer. Anybody would want to be with you. But if you're not confident, you got to work on that, okay? You got to work on being able to, you know, put some heels on, put a nice dress on. You don't have to do that. That's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to wear heels. If that's something you want, cool. If you don't want to, that's fine. You can go out just looking how you like to look. But remember, how you present yourself energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally is who you're going to attract. I feel in the new year, you're going to meet somebody. They're going to have a lot of potential, but it's only going to work if you're energetically prepared to receive it. Okay? And I'm going to say this again. I could want $1 million, but if I'm not energetically prepared to receive it, it's not going to happen for me, okay? So you need to make sure you're energetically prepared. And the best way to do that is to study the Queen of Swords energy. So you can go online and study, what is the Queen of Swords like? What does she do? How does she act? The Queen of Swords knows what she wants. Do you know what you want? Do you know the type of person you want? Have you envisioned this person? What does this person look like? You need to sit down and you need to envision this person directly, how their hair looks, how their eyes look, what they're going to say to you, how they're going to look. You know, how are they going to approach you? Where are they going to approach you, right? If you're just like, when am I going to meet my soulmate? When am I going to meet my soulmate? You have to have it. Everything starts here. Remember how I said you're a magician. You're manifesting, you're creating what you want, okay? So again, that's something that you need to consider doing. Judgment, yeah, you're going to go through a huge awakening this year because you're going to realize that what has actually been stopping you from finding love is yourself, not anybody else. You're not cursed. You may say to yourself, oh, I'm cursed. I'm cursed. The witches have cursed me. I can't find love. Nope, you're not. You're actually very powerful. You're a Cancer. Cancers are one of the most intuitive signs along with Pisces. So it says, what is trying to get your attention? You see, someone's going to try to get your attention this year, but are you energetically prepared to receive them? You're also a feminine sign, so you're not somebody who pursues. You don't go out and pursue people. They pursue you, okay? So making sure you're in that position for someone to approach you, you need to be in a place where someone can approach you. The problem with today, with a lot of people that are my age, which is the young generation, is we tend to be going online, meeting people. We need to step outside of that comfort zone. That means look like you're approachable. If you're not approachable, no one's going to come up to you. I'm not approachable. People don't come up to me. It's only the brave people that come up to me. A lot of people don't come up to me because I look intimidating. I'm very tall. I'm like 5'8". So I don't know if you're tall or how you look. I know you're beautiful for sure. I know you're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're a Cancer conjunct Venus. You're gonna go through an epiphany on how you need to act and what type of energy you need to be. I highly recommend you follow me on my other channel because I am going to be doing a water manifestation, and you're a water sign, so it's perfect for you. Okay, this manifestation that I'm doing is for water signs. What else? Yes, you're going to have a decision to make. You're going to have lots of options this year. Okay, you're going to have a decision to make. Your important message is, what decision in your life are you ready to make? Yeah. You need to make some sort of decision about your life. Do you want to travel? Do you want to... Again, when I talk about a decision, you know what the decisions are? Intuitively, what I'm picking up for you? Am I going to stay home or am I going to step outside of my comfort zone? Those are the two. It's up to you. Nobody can force you. Nobody can force you. I see somebody coming into your life, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? Are you ready to receive this love? Are you energetically ready? Like, you have to be honest with yourself, okay? So the important questions that you have to ask yourself is, how am I presenting myself? Am I approachable? If I'm not approachable, how can I become approachable? Where do I envision seeing myself meeting this person? How is this person going to look? What are they going to say to me? How are they going to talk to me? All those things are important. And when you sit down with yourself every day and you think about that, it's going to happen. Okay, so your advice here is the Eight of Pentacles. You need to continue to work on yourself constantly. How you look, how you feel, your energy, your vibe. I also recommend, your advice is to set goals and priorities and have activities to do. If you're just sitting at home and you're like, when am I going to meet my soulmate? You got to get out there. Okay? So your biggest piece of advice is to continue to work on yourself. Your important message is, what areas of your life requires you to create. So you need to be in an energy of creation, not thinking about love. I know, again, it sounds cliche. Love happens when you're not looking for it, okay? So this is what I have for you, Taya. I hope you got something from this. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me in my live chat, okay? So we're gonna move on to, we have 2 more readings and then I'm gonna go because I wanna enjoy this beautiful sun. So again, likes have to be up to 500. If we get 500 likes, I will do an all signs at the end of the personalized readings. If we don't get 500 likes, then I'm not gonna do it, okay? Okay. The other channel is Terra Portal, TerraPortal. Thank you, grins and giggles. I can't type because, I don't know, YouTube Live doesn't let me type, so. But thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next order. Okay. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just getting the information. I'm going to be here in one moment. Thanks for your patience, guys. I'm just taking a look here. It's hard to see when I'm on the beach with all this glare. See what the order number is. 82702. Found, no, hold on, 820. I know it's here because I did see it before. Found it. Found it. Okay. Okay, so we have Iris. Iris is from Philippines. Iris, thank you so much for watching. I have so many people from Philippines. Thank you so much. I love the Philippines. I love Filipino culture. I love Filipino people. You people are so wonderful. Thank you so much for your purchase. So Iris is single, and Iris is from the Philippines, and Iris is she's she's a veterinarian, and Iris, she doesn't know her sun, moon, and rising, so we're gonna tell her what her sun, moon, and rising is. And Iris, as I can see so far, I think you're a Libra because you're October 20th, but I'm gonna put your information into the computer, and I'm gonna give you all the information that you need to know, so that this way, when watching tarot readings, you're actually going to I'm gonna pull the camera a little bit closer to me because the sun is gone now. So you're going to be able to check your sun, moon, and rising when you're watching tarot and stuff. Okay. So let's talk about Iris's question. And the question is, when will I have my own children and have a happy family? I mentioned to Iris that she had some blockages, okay, about something. So she wants to know about what's preventing her from moving forward, and what country should she be in? What country should you be in? So let's just do a quick search. I'm going to tell you what countries you should be in. What countries are best for you, I'm going to tell you in a moment. I'm going to tell you that now, and then we're going to get into your reading, okay? We're going to find out right now what countries are best for you. I suggest looking at countries where your sun or your Jupiter line is, okay? So let's see. Bear with me, I'm just putting the information now in the computer. Okay, is Iris in the chat by any chance? Because Iris, you didn't send me, I'm assuming you're from Manila, right? Can you let me know, what city you're from? Is Iris in the chat? Does anybody see Iris? Does anybody see Iris? Because I didn't get her full information. Does anybody see Iris? Are you here, Iris? Iris? Is she here? I don't think she's here. Okay. So Iris, what we're gonna do, is that you, Iris? Myanmar? Are you from Myanmar? Just confirm with me. Just say yes. Is Iris here? What city? What city? If you're here, Iris, just put your city in the chat and just say yes, it's me. Oh, it's you. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so from Myanmar. Okay, let me put that in because I need that. I need the city. Otherwise, it's not going to be accurate. Okay. Okay. Okay, so for Iris, I'm doing astrocartology, which is like different than regular astrology. I do astrocartology as well. I also look at astrocartology all the time. So we're gonna look at that. Okay. Okay, this is your astrocartology, Iris. You see how it's a map of the world? So all these lines are lines that show where your energy is best. So I'm gonna take a look at that. Let's see. So the best place for you is, I would say, like, if you're looking at Canada, I would say BC, even though it's super expensive to live there, but it's going to be really rewarding for you. So BC is a good place. Anywhere on the coast, so California, Portland, Oregon would be good, Seattle. Those are really good places for you. I would also recommend like I would recommend Houston, like Houston, Texas would be good. What else? Let's see where your Jupiter line is. South America would be good too. So like Brazil would be good for you. I would also say if you're planning on staying like in the east, I would recommend actually where you are right now is really good. Hong Kong is really good for you. You're on your sun line there, so it's really good. Hong Kong is actually really good for you. I would also recommend I don't know where this is, where this is, what the names are, but it's Pyongyang, Pyongyang. I don't know where that is, but I think it's somewhere a little bit north in China. That's also a very beneficial place for you. I would also say Australia. Like if you go to Australia, Australia is very good for you as well. You'll benefit very well there. But it depends where you go in Australia. You can't just go anywhere. The best place to go in Australia is Darwis, Darwis. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Darwis is really good for you. Am I saying it right, guys? Just correct me if I'm wrong. So if you want, what I can do for you, Iris, is if you contact me, I have to do a little more research for you. Darwish, is this called Darwish? Yeah, Darwish would be a very good location for you. You're gonna benefit a lot going there. So Australia is, I recommend out of anywhere you want to go, I would go to Australia, or I would go to the West Coast in America. So California, BC, Seattle, you're going to benefit very well, or Brazil. If you're looking at Europe, I don't think Europe is really good for you, to be honest with you. I don't see it benefiting, but you could try. But it could, depending on where you go. Let's see. I would say more or less Russia, but I don't know if anyone wants to go to Russia right now. So yeah, I wouldn't focus on the States. I would focus more on, again, West Coast, California, BC. Where I live, there's a lot of Filipinos. There's a huge Filipino community in Calgary. So Um, Calgary's pretty good for you because you're on your Mercury line as well, but I'm focusing more on the Sun and the Jupiter line because the Sun and Jupiter line is where it's really at. North China, I think it's North China. And Darwish in Australia, okay? Those are the places. If you need more information, just contact me. Just contact me if you need more information, okay? Now, I'm gonna move on to your chart because I wanna put those details in for you. Hong Kong is really good. Where you're at right now is good too. Darwin, sorry guys, you know what I'm talking about, Darwin in Australia. The city on the top. Oh, North Korea, good luck, yes, North Korea. Yeah, okay, well obviously North Korea is not, it's not good there, but that's what her chart says. I'm just reading what her chart says, okay? I'm just reading what her chart says, but again, if you want more information on that, contact me because I have to like sit down and look at that. It's not something that I can really see outside, especially with the sun glaring and stuff like that on the screens. Okay, so October 20. Okay, bear with me. I'm just putting the information in now. 20. Somebody said Myanmar is not in Philippines. It actually is, guys. Yeah. Check the map. Okay. Yeah. I knew somebody from there, so I know it's... I don't think she would lie about where she's from, right? So yeah. Let's see what's going on. I want to make sure your information's accurate, so I'm taking my time to put it in to make sure everything's right. Okay. Perfect, we got it. Oh, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So Iris, you are a rising Sagittarius. Okay? Make sure you're writing it down so you know. Rising Sagittarius. Your moon is in Pisces. You're a Pisces moon. And your sun sign is Libra. Okay, so your big threes are rising Sagittarius, moon in Pisces, sun in Libra. Okay? Okay. Okay. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to debate. I'm going based on the information in the email. Okay, if she sends the wrong information, what can I do, right? Just going based on the information that I got, okay? Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for you. So, okay, so again, similar to what I mentioned to the previous sign, if you're trying to manifest having a family, I recommend, before I had my son, I was like that. I was in a position where I was like, oh, I really want a family. I want children. I want to get married. And I started manifesting in the ocean and I got what I wanted. So if you want to watch how I do the manifestation on my other channel, Terra Portal, TerraPortal, Portal. I'm going to be doing a ocean manifestation, and I can show you now, because you're a moon water sign, it's going to work for you. Okay. It will work for anybody. You don't have to be a water sign for it to work. So I recommend going on my other channel so that you learn about how to manifest and how to be more confident and all of that. So let's get into your reading and let's see what's coming in for you for 2023. Okay. Tell me about Iris. Tell me about Iris. See, guys, the readings were longer than 10 minutes. Okay. Tell me about Iris. Tell me about Iris. We need 500 likes to do all signs. Okay? 500 likes on this video. 500 likes to get all signs. Tell me about Iris. Tell me about Iris. By the way, Iris is a Libra, so if you're a Libra, this may resonate with you. Okay? And we have one more reading and then we're done. Tell me about Iris. Ooh. 3 of Cups was your first card that came out. Bottom of the deck, you have Devil. You want to know what that means, Iris? I'm gonna keep it real with you. This may resonate, it may not, but I think you can only be honest with yourself, right? You can only be honest with yourself. I honestly feel you've been involved in casual relationships, or people who have been approaching you just want casual. Okay? Devil in reverse. You thought something was going to bring stability to your life and it didn't. You're tired of confusion. You're tired of uncertainty. You're tired of that. Okay? You don't want that anymore. You want something that's solid. I feel in the new year, someone from your past is going to come back. This person who comes back is going to try to have something casual. You need to set the tone, okay? You need to set the tone. Your 7th house is ruled by Gemini, which is Mercury, which means you could go through a lot of partners or different people could come into your life. You need to be able to stand your ground and say no. You need to know exactly what you want, down to how this person looks, how they smell, how they talk, where you're going to meet them, how you're going to see them. Once you have that in your mind, you don't wave from that. So if somebody comes into your life and don't fit the standard you want, you need to say no, I don't want that. Okay? So your message here is not to be open to casual. If someone comes in and they're like, hey, let's just kind of date and see what happens, like, let's do casual. No, just tell them, look, I'm looking for this and I'm hoping that, you know, if we kind of get along and we like each other, it can lead to this. Be honest. You don't have to beat around the bush, just be honest. So your Mercury is at the top of your chart. No, your Mercury is in your 12th house. A lot of you are psychic. A lot of you getting personal readings are psychic. Like, you're naturally intuitively psychic. Okay. So I'm really strongly feeling for you. There's a really... Can I get a coconut?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, una coco, like that?
No.
Yeah?
¿Qué?
Yeah.
Son $5.
Yes,
$5.
yes, okay.
With
Sí.
alcohol or sin
No, cinco. But cinco, like, how many pesos? ¿Cuánto cuesta en pesos?
Creo que son 100 pesos.
¿100?
100.
100? 100?
100.
Okay, bien. I want a cocoa, guys. I want a cocoa. So listen, somebody's coming back. 3 of Cups. I don't know what your love life's been, but based on the cards, it looks like there's been people coming into your life who want the casual. And your job, what Spirit is saying, your job is to say no. I don't want that. I'm not interested in that. If you can't give me what I want, I don't want it. And you know what? People are going to respect you more when you do that. Okay? Your your Mercury's in the 12th house. So when people approach you and come into your life, you know right away. You know right away if someone's not good. Listen to that intuition. You're really psychic. You have Mars in the 12th house, you have Uranus in the 12th house, and you have Mercury. Every time someone hurts you, every time you get involved with someone and you're disappointed, you got to listen to your intuition. You have to start envisioning the type of person that you want to be with. Okay? It's really important. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. The reason why you haven't met somebody yet is because you still are working on yourself. You need to get to a point where you're happy financially with yourself. You're happy with you, okay? You need to constantly be working on yourself. When you start to work on yourself, an ex may come back when you least expect it. Your important messages are, what are you ready to celebrate and enjoy in your life? You need to be in this energy, Iris, of happy, okay? If you're in this energy of like, oh, it's never happening for me. Oh, life sucks. And you're sad all the time. You got to get out of that energy, because remember how I mentioned and I said, you got to be energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, and all of that ready to receive. You need to be in the type of energy you want the person that you're trying to attract to be in, if that makes sense. Okay, so you still have a lot of work to do on yourself. I feel this year is going to be a year that you're working. The more you work on yourself and the faster you do it, the more you're going to meet somebody. The important message for you is, what situation in your life is calling you to have independence and self-realization? There's a lack of that right now. And you may say, but I'm working on it. I am. And you are. You're on the right path. But you have to keep doing that. You cannot work on yourself and then go home and be depressed and sad because you don't have someone. The best thing to do is do a bubble bath for yourself. Sit in the bubble bath and envision the type of person you want to attract. When you start to do that, do not have any feelings. Do not get really excited and happy, or don't be really, really sad. Just be neutral. Part of the reason why people have problems manifesting what they want, okay, is because they're not neutral. You need to be neutral when you're manifesting. You cannot have any expectation. When you start to have an expectation, what it leads to is it leads to disappointment, okay? So you need to just stay neutral. When you go home, do not be sad, do not be too happy, just be neutral. Okay? Very important. 10 of Swords. Something has ended in your life, or something was really painful, and I feel like this is connected to an ex, somebody that you dated or you once were with, and it ended very badly. There's something that you need to learn from this situation. The important question for you is, what situation in your life needs to come to an end? Something here is not healthy. It's not good for you. It needs to come to an end. If you've already ended it, you're on the right track. Okay? So as a Libra, there's a very strong energy here of balance, needing to accept the things that are not meant for you. Are you willing to let go of the things that are not for you, or are you still holding on to them? And when I say, are you still holding on to them, I'm talking about sadness. I get a very strong sad energy in your reading, Iris. Sad. Disappointment. Tired. Fed up. You got to work on getting out of that energy. Okay? I think this year is the year for you to do that. And remember, when you say no to somebody, you're saying no because they're not on your standard. You're a very smart person, very smart woman, and you deserve the best. And you need to tell yourself, I deserve the best. Also, you're a rising Sagittarius. Travel is very much important to you. You will meet somebody when you step outside of that comfort zone. All of you who got personal readings with me, the common theme for all of you is stepping outside of that comfort zone. Being willing to step outside of that comfort zone. Okay, look, 8 of Cups. You need to be willing to walk away what does not satisfy you. It doesn't mean that you're never going to have anybody. It doesn't mean that you're never going to achieve what you want. It means that you have a standard. Girl, you have a standard. If you have a standard, somebody has to meet that standard. And the problem today with a lot of people is we don't set standards anymore. We're just like, oh, that's okay. I'm going to accept that. And then when we accept what we don't really want, we end up being sad or disappointed about it. So Spirit is asking you what you need to walk away from. There's something you need to disconnect from that's not emotionally serving you. It could be your job. It could be people you're dealing with. It could be a relationship. Maybe you're casually dating someone. I don't know. But there's something here that just in the new year, you're going to realize this doesn't satisfy me anymore. It's just not good for me. You know, it's just not good for me. And that's why this is happening to you. You know why this is happening to you, Iris? Because Spirit wants you to stand up and say, look, I'm not putting up with mediocre. I don't want mediocre. I want it all or I want nothing. I want it all or I want nothing. That's how it works. So I see you have a lot of work to do. The faster you do this work, the more you're going to manifest and create what it is that you want. Okay, your big piece of advice moving forward is the world. This is what you need to learn moving into the new year. You got to say to yourself, I don't like this, doesn't satisfy me, and you're okay with saying that. Do not be afraid to say no for something better, okay? It's like a job. It's like if you are getting hired and someone says, oh, I'm only going to pay you $10, and you're like, no, I want 20. If they're not willing to give you 20, then, you know, maybe you have to settle for 10 temporarily, but you're still looking for 20 and you're constantly working on yourself. In order to get to 20, you need to work on yourself. Everybody wants more money, everybody wants love, but they're not willing to do the work, right? So you got to continue to work on yourself. You have to be willing to say no when something doesn't hit your standard, meet your standard. And if someone comes back that you ended things with, you're going to be tested. Could be a karmic, okay? So to answer your question, when are you going to find love? When are you going to meet the right person? When you work on yourself. When you're confident enough to say no to somebody who doesn't meet your standard. And that's going to be your biggest challenge moving forward, okay? So this is what I have for you, Iris. I hope you got something from the reading. If you have any questions, you're a lifetime client of mine. So if you ever have any questions at any point in time, you can message me on my live chat and I will assist you immediately, okay? So thanks so much, Iris. We're gonna move on to the last and final personalized reading, okay? So like I said, I did mention that people just wanna see you all. They're like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? If you guys want an all signs reading from me today, before I shut it down, I need 500 likes. If we get 500 likes, I will do a quick mini all signs reading for you on the beach. If not, I'm gonna go. So we have 10 more minutes, okay? 10 more minutes to get us up to 500 likes. The final reading that we're gonna be doing is going to be, just give me 1 second, everybody. Okay, so thanks so much, Iris, for your time and energy and for purchasing with me. Thank you so much for trusting me to do your reading, okay? So the final reading is going to be order number 82703. 82703. And this is going to be with oh, thank you so much for your email. So sweet. So I think, Sylvia, you didn't leave a pseudonym, so I'm just going to use Sylvia. I hope you're okay with that. Sylvia is a Cancer. Oh, and Sylvia is, she is a Sun Cancer, a rising Libra, and a Moon Taurus. I just got to keep an eye out because my cocoa is coming soon. And that cocoa. So yeah, so Sylvia is a Cancer, and Sylvia says she's so hyped. She's so hyped for the personalized reading. And She says, I hope you don't mind. I don't even know what to ask, where to start. I'll give you a brief rundown on what has transpired in my life. I'm just going to read this quickly and see. Ah, okay. So Sylvia, this person broke you down. Sylvia's been dating someone for a while, and she wants to know: are they a karmic, a soulmate, a twin flame? Who's this person? She feels that this may be a soulmate, but this she says that this person broke her down. This person broke her down. So um, this person broke her heart. She says. Oh, I feel that. I could feel that through my body. I could feel that. Um, okay. So she says she knows her worth. Okay, I'm not settling for breadcrumbs anymore. Okay. So she's met someone else. Okay. Wow, I said that she could meet a soulmate. He's possibly going to be a Leo, and this she met somebody and he's a Leo. Wow. Um, so she has a very strong pull towards this person, and I'm starting to think I'm bugging. Okay, he feels like a soulmate because it's so intense from the day we started speaking, but I'm not sure now. I've started speaking to him November 29th. Okay, she refuses to settle. Okay, he's kind, he's very well established, but that's not all that matters to her. Okay, she needs substance, someone who can stimulate her mind and wants to just live freely. um, he's the most mature. He's probably the most mature person that she's ever met. I usually am the one who always has it all together, so being with him is intimidating to me. I know that's sad. He broke up with his kid's mom. He says he has healed from that, but I don't know if he really has, and I don't think she is either, because when he removed some pictures and items that were left behind in his house, he told me she lost her mind and started flipping on him because I thought I went through the. I'm starting to feel similar to what I went through with Shane, like you said, still attached to someone else because I'm not going through another heartbreak. I'm going to pace the conversation below. Okay, so so here's what I'm going to say to you right now. Okay, I'm just going to mention a couple of things to you. When you're dealing with someone with children, okay, one thing you always need to remember is this: he's always going to have his children. He's always going to have his children's mother in his life. Always. That's never going to change. That's never going to, unless he's like deadbeat father and he never takes care of his children, which I do not advise being with men like that. Men who do not take care of their kids are not men that I would personally be with, and I would never advise somebody to be with a man like that. Okay, everybody has their circumstances and reasons for why they do what they do, but I don't think there's any excuse in not being able to care for your child, regardless of whatever situation you're in. You always put your children first, and I say that because I'm a mother and I'm a single mom. Okay, well, not anymore. I mean, I have my partner now, but I was a single mom. I still am a single mom. I'm always going to be a single mom because my partner's not my child's biological father. So, and my partner doesn't do anything for my son. I'm solo dolo. I pay for everything and do everything. So, unless you're in a circumstance like that where the guy is not around, and it seems like he is around, there's really just only a few options that I can recommend. The first thing I recommend is, I know this is going to sound weird, but it's just my opinion, and then I'll get into your reading. You may not want to do what I tell you to do, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm just saying my piece. You want to be friends with this lady. You want to try to get on her good side, okay? Unless she wants to be with him, like if she wants to be with him and still be with him, then he's probably not the one. but it's important. It's important that you're friends with her and the children, and that's a lot to take on, right? Like if you're single, and you don't have kids, you really need to consider if you want to be with someone who already has kids, because there is going to be drama. There is going to be a lot to take care of. You know, my standard personally, I would not be with someone who has kids already, especially if the mother is still in the picture, because I just don't want to deal with the drama. But again, it's up to you. You have to make that decision. If he's somebody you feel drawn to, great, but it's going to come with challenges. Okay, you have to understand that. If you want somebody to have experiences with you and you're somebody who doesn't have children, you may not understand what it takes, because when you have children, I'm going to tell you what it's like when you have children. It's a lot of work. Not only is it a lot of work to pay, but it's just a lot of work in general. Having to give up time, energy. You don't get to sleep in when you have children. If he's a father, again, not paying for things, and he's kind of like a deadbeat dad, you have to really think about if you want to be with him. If the baby mama is like crazy and she's not elevated spiritually, then again, you have to think, because when you get into a relationship with him, you're going to be in a relationship with his baby mama too. That's just a reality. You know, we can all sit here and pretend, right? We can sit here and pretend like, oh no, that's not true, this and that, but it just leads to drama. Okay? So, you know, the reality is those are things that you need to consider. Those are things you need to consider, right? Let's look at your chart and let's see what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna put your details in, and I'm gonna see your chart. You're gonna know if someone's a karmic, because if things are hard and difficult, and this person isn't elevating you and you're not elevating them, that's a karmic. Okay, there needs to be some form of elevation in the relationship for it to be considered a soulmate. Okay, because soulmates are there to enhance our soul, not to give drama and problems. Okay, so let's take a look at your chart and let's see what's going on for you. It's hot, guys. It's hot. Like, I've had the sun on my back for like literally hours. Whew. Okay, is Sylvia in the chat? Because I didn't get where your city is or your time of birth. Sylvia, are you here? Is Sylvia here? Maybe Sylvia's not here. Oh, Sylvia, you're here. Okay. Sylvia, I know Sylvia. Sylvia, you're always here. Hey, girl. Sylvia, can you send me your can you send me what city and state you were born in? Are you from the US? Can you send me your city and state and your time of birth so I can do your astrology chart? What was Sylvia saying? Let's go back. Sylvia. Sylvia, I think she still wants to be with him. He doesn't tell her he has moved on. Yeah, of course she still wants to be with him. Okay, you were born in New York. Okay, and is it New York you were born in? New York. Okay, good. Okay, great. I'm gonna add your information now. Ooh, there's a cloud. Oh, it looks like it's gonna rain. Ooh, I hope it doesn't rain, guys. Okay, let's hurry up and do this. I hope it doesn't rain. Imagine it rains. Woo! Okay. Please don't rain, God. Please don't rain on me. Okay, Sylvia, let's do you and let's see. Okay. So New York, US, New York. And your time, Sylvia, do you know your time? If you don't, I'll just put the standard time if you don't know. You don't know time? Okay, no problem. I'm just gonna put the designated. I'm gonna put the designated time for you. Okay? Sylvia's always here, by the way, so congratulations, Sylvia. You're the best. I always see you commenting and stuff. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Love you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Sylvia's 1987. Okay. 1987. July 18th. Okay, got it, Sylvia. Got you. Okay, so here's Sylvia's chart. Ooh, I think my back is roasted. Just take a look, guys. Whoa, I'm roasted. Wow. Oh my God. Ooh, okay, so let me show you Sylvia's chart. This is your chart, Sylvia. Okay. So you're a rising Libra like me. No wonder you're attracted to the channel. You're just like me. You're a rising Libra. Okay. You have Mars and Leo. Wow. Okay. Okay. Listen, Sylvia, I'm going to tell you something about you. You got 3 planets on your midheaven. You have high standards. You have high standards. You got high standards, okay? You can't settle. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't settle. There's no settling here with you, okay? Your 7th house is ruled by Mars. So you're gonna like this guy sexually. Sexually, you're gonna be like, he's cute. Do not. See, she's saying yes. It's not just based on that, because that fades. That fades. You get attracted to somebody sexually for a little bit, and then it fades, and that doesn't sustain a relationship. And that's what you were saying to me, right? You're like, but I want more. It's because he doesn't have that. Do you understand? Okay, it's starting to rain, so I need to stay. Good thing I'm under this and I have this. So yeah. Ooh, I just hope it doesn't rain, guys. Let's see if there's some shelter. I think I'll be fine here. Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. He is a Leo, and you have Mars in Leo, which means your Mars is right on his sun, which means when you see him, you're like, ooh, like you want to jump in bed. You want to jump into bed with him. You want to have sex with him. You want to. And he already has kids. So here's the thing. I'm going to paint a picture for you in the future of what's going to happen. If you continue being with this guy, you have to deal with baby mama. You got to deal with the baby kids. Yes, this is 18 plus, by the way. I mean, YouTube actually contacted me and said, hey, because you're wearing a bikini, your channel's now 18 plus. So, because my boobs were flying everywhere yesterday, it's 18 plus now. But hey, what can I do? I'm on vacation, guys. I'm on vacation. What can I do? So here's what's going to happen. If you want to be with this guy, you have to date his baby mama. You have to date his children, which means not date his children, but you have to be around his children. You have to be like second mommy to them. So you need to ask yourself these important questions. The important question you need to ask yourself is, am I okay being second mommy? Am I okay being friends with his baby mama? Am I okay with having his kids around? Am I okay serving his children when they come to my house? Because if you have a house and he's coming to your house, and you know, you guys are like you guys are like whatever, having breakfast or having dinner, and you're like making dinner or breakfast, like, are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? Like, are you okay with feeding his kids and catering to his kids that are not your kids? So like, for example, my partner loves my son. He loves my son. They actually have a very similar astrology chart, so they're meant to meet. They're meant to kind of be together. So you need to ask yourself those important questions. And if the answer is no, then save yourself the drama. You cut him off? Okay. Yes. Okay, you want to know if you're going to meet the one soon. Okay. Yeah, so those are the important questions you need to ask yourself. So if you're not willing to do that, then it's a no. And again, I'm going to tell you who you are. You have high standards. You have the sun on your midheaven. You have Venus on your midheaven. Venus is love, which means you want the best love. If you don't get the best love, then whatever. You're just like, I'm not even going to waste my time. You're like, I'm not even going to waste my time with that. Okay? You also have Mercury at the top of your chart. So again, you need somebody who's willing to communicate. You need somebody who's willing to express to you. If this person's not willing to express, they're not the one. Okay? Your 7th house has Jupiter in it. You know who you're going to meet? You're going to meet your soulmate this year. This year, you have, because Jupiter is going to be in Aries. I think Jupiter is in Aries now. So you can meet somebody now. You could also meet someone next year. Okay? You're going to meet somebody when you're just doing you. Do not expect it. Okay? Step outside of that comfort zone, have fun, be willing to step out and do something for yourself. When you start to focus on yourself and love yourself, that's when you attract the one. Okay? Your North Node is in the 6th house, which is also in Aries. So you're going to meet somebody when you start to focus on your purpose. No, you're not hard on your choices. You have standards. And listen, when you have standards, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you about standards. This is how it works, okay? When people enter into your life and they're not to your standard and you go along with it anyway and you're like, oh, we're going to see how this goes, you're signaling to the universe, you're saying to the universe, it's okay, I can settle. You're already settling by accepting this person into your life. If you meet this person, you know they have kids, you know they have baby mama drama, and you tell them, hey, look, I think you're a great person. I think you are like, you're cute, you're amazing. It's just not for me. I don't have kids. I don't know how to deal with kids right now, and I would prefer somebody who doesn't have kids. Just be honest. You know, the best thing is for you to be honest, right? So the reality is, you know, you gotta be honest with yourself about your standards. Just like I mentioned to all these other viewers, that you need to envision the type of person that you want. What does your soulmate look like? Who do you want to attract? Do you know how they look? What their eye color is? How they're going to walk, talk? How are they going to approach you? How are they going to deal with you, right? Let's get into your reading. Let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on. Don't settle. Because Jupiter is in your 7th house, which means you want it all or nothing. The person who comes into your life has to have more than you. He has to have more than you. He has to have more money than you. He has to have a nice car, no kids. He's got to have exactly what you want, and you need to stick to that. Don't be like, oh, I'll give this person a chance and they're not even close to your standards. No, girl, don't do that. Take it from somebody who's already been through that many times. Many times. When you have downtime later, read the rest of the email and you'll see what I told him. You'll be so proud. Yeah, if you told him, look, I'm not doing it. Look, world. The first shuffle was the world. It's done. Again, unless you want to share. I don't think you want to share. First of all, Mars and Leo. Do you know what Leo is? Leo is big. Everything's big. The sun. You only will put your... Okay, listen, Sylvia, you're only gonna put your energy in something that's big. If somebody isn't offering you it all, you're like, and I look at you and I see your picture and I know you're a queen. You deserve the best. You deserve the best. Again, it's done. That's done. That's done. That's not your standard. The person you're going to attract is somebody who's really into themselves. I don't say they're a narcissist, but they take good care of themselves. And they want to see you do that too. So again, if you're somebody who's because if you're a rising Libra, first of all, I'm a rising Libra, so I can talk about this. I tend to put other people first and I forget about myself. So the type of soulmate I see you attracting, you're going to attract someone who's going to show you how to love yourself. And it may come across as narcissistic, but the reality is like, that's what you're learning. You're learning to just pour into yourself. And the more you do that, that's when you're going to meet your soulmate. You're also going to meet your soulmate when you reach the highest point of your self-development. So you still have a lot of like self-development and stuff that, I mean, we all have self-development. Self-development doesn't stop. It doesn't stop like that. Okay? So I see this person you're meeting is somebody who is really into themselves. They like to do self-care. They like spas. I don't know if you like spas and stuff like that. You definitely need somebody who likes to communicate. Okay? So, yeah. So let's talk about Sylvia and let's see tell me about Sylvia. Like, when is she going to meet this person? What's going on? What's her love life like? What does she need to know? Like I said to you already, you have standards. Do not settle for nothing. Just be patient. And again, for all of you who got a personal reading with me, again, Terra Portal, TerraPortal. I'm going to do a manifestation video in the water, and not today, but sometime soon I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you how to manifest, and I'm going to do that on my other channel. That's actually a really good idea. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to also show you like where I'm at and what's going on. Ooh. Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Give me 1 second. Hola. Gracias. Oh, this first. Thank you. Very good. The first card you got is Two of Wands. I'm going to tell you what the issue is. Are you listening? You need to know exactly what you want. If you're like, ooh, I want to find love, ooh, I want to be in love, ooh, I want this, but you don't have an idea, a vision, you don't know what's going on, you need to get clear on your vision. Two of Wands is telling me right now, you're in this place of uncertainty. You're in this place of like, I don't know, like I want it, but I don't know, like, I don't know what direction I'm going to take. I don't know how I'm going to get it or what's going to happen. So you need to get clear on your vision, your direction. That's the first issue. Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords in reverse. You're finally coming into this place right now, Sylvia, where you're open, which is good. That's the first step. The first step is being open. The more you're like open, the more you're really going to be able to manifest what it is that you want. Wow, look at that. You got the Ace of Cups. I told you. Remember I said this year you're going to meet somebody? This year you're going to meet someone. You're going to find new love. But you first need to get clear on the type of love that you want. If some days you're like, ooh, I want him to have blue eyes. And then the other day you're like, I want him to have hazel eyes. And then the next day you're like, I want him to be, you know, a little bit short. No, I want him to be long. You got to get clear. You got to get clear. As soon as you get clear and you know exactly what you want, you're going to get it. New love is coming in. I feel like new love is going to come in during the springtime, April, March, April, May. Those are the 3 months that you need to start preparing now. So you need to start doing manifestations every day, breathing exercises, okay? Sitting alone by yourself, by a beach, or by some sort of current. The reason why I use the beach to manifest is because it's a current. It's a current. You need to be around something electric so that it can connect with your mind. Yeah, see? You flip-flop. That's the problem. That's why you got the Two of Wands in reverse, because you're not clear on this new love. You want new love, but you're not clear on it. Okay? So you need to get clear. Once you get clear, it's going to happen for you. So the questions you need to ask yourself is, are you prepared to have a new beginning in love? Are you even prepared to have this new beginning? And if you are, what is it going to look like? Because it's up to you. I can tell you what it's going to look like, but you have to be the one that wants that. And no settling. There's no settling, my dear. There's no settling at all for you. Are you prepared to make a decision that may change the course of your life? And it's in reverse. So you're not prepared. You're not, there's something you still need to prepare. The Magician. Wow, look how powerful your reading is. You're manifesting. You need to manifest. Remember, I talked to you about that before I even pulled cards. I already know. Look. Manifestation. The Magician represents manifestation. There you are. You see? That's you. That's your energy. Do as I will. Smiley face. Okay? Do as thy will. You are the Magician. Your important question. Here's your important question. I'm going to read it to you. It says, what thoughts and actions are creating my reality? If you're watching TV shows where there's baby mama drama, stop watching them. At least for now, while you're manifesting. If there's stuff you're reading online and there's baby mama drama, stop watching it, stop reading it. You need to clear your mind. You need to get into a position where you can manifest, excuse me, exactly what you want without distractions. Please go follow me on my other channel, Tarot Portal, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Your next card that you got is the Three of Pentacles. You're most likely going to meet this person in a place where you're working or where you are doing some sort of collaborative project. In your chart, you have, let me just check your chart again. Yeah, so you have your moon is in the, it's on the cusp, but your moon is in Taurus. So again, having a moon in Taurus, you're somebody who likes to relax, you like to, you know, eat good food, you like to be, you know, like in a calm, nice, comfortable place, right? That's what you like. So being around somebody who has passion like you, somebody who has your vision, like that's the type of people that you want to be able to attract, okay? Venus is in Cancer. So you also need somebody who's also interested in having family or being connected to family in some sort of way. So again, who in your life is asking you to be open to cooperation? There's somebody who may come into your life this year who is going to say, hey, let's do this project together. Let's do that. And I feel like whoever you're meeting like a person who's a friend first. It's not, at first when you meet this person, you're like, I don't know if I would date this person, but as you get to know them, you're like, yeah, I see myself maybe possibly being with this person. But again, it starts with you. It starts with the way you're manifesting, the way you're creating this new love. And if you're not clear on it, it's not going to happen until you get clear. What's your advice? Five of Swords. Do not get involved in relationships or involved with people that start drama. Because you know what happens? When you start to get involved with these people who make drama and create drama, you get out of balance. Also, another thing, Sylvia, you absorb energy. So when you're around negative people, you absorb that. When you're around positive people, you absorb that. The sign that is most susceptible to getting out of balance is Libra. So Libra has to be, because you're a rising Libra, and I'm talking about your rising sign now. Because you're a rising Libra, you tend to get out of balance if you're around negative people, negative experiences, all of that. So if you have certain friends or certain people that are negative, that are not good for you, you need to reevaluate that, because all it does is create drama, okay? So your advice here is, what situation in your life is creating some type of power struggle? Again, you need to remove people who are causing power struggles for you, because if they're causing power struggles for you, it's going to mess with your ability to manifest what you want. So those are things that I feel you need to work on this year, and that's what's going to bring forth this new love that you're looking for, okay? Bottom of the deck, you have the Two of Swords in reverse, which again is really good because you're starting to realize and be open, okay? The more you're open, the more likely you're going to attract what it is that you want into your life, okay? So this is what I have for you, Sylvia. I want to thank every single person for taking part in the personal readings on the beach. I'm probably not going to be doing any more personal readings now. I might do some before I leave. We're going to see how it goes. Because we didn't reach 500 likes, I'm not going to be doing all signs. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it in terms of what's happening. Again, I want to thank you all for being here and, you know, being a part of this with me. if you are interested in knowing what I'm doing over the next few days, you can follow me on Terra Portal, TerraPortal. I'm going to be showing like where I'm staying, what I'm doing. I'm going to be finishing your readings probably either tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to take it from there. Thanks so much everyone for tuning in. I am sending you lots of love and light. And if you have any questions, like if you got a personalized reading with me and you have any questions about it, you can contact me in the live chat and I'll assist you from there, okay? Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Happy New Year.